Hello, everybody. Welcome to What You Watchin', the Cult Classics Patreon series. Thank you for giving and participating. Cameron Jones here with my host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones.
I'm gonna
Happy to have you here.
happy to have
you
you
here. If you found this, I don't know how you found it. Happy to have you here.
Not only did you find it, you subscribed and gave money to it. You gave a credit card.
And not only that, we found you because it tells us who subscribes. So I'm going to conclude finally with The Mandalorian. I finished it the other day. It took me, I don't know, as long as we've been doing this Patreon series for me to do it, but it was great. That's all I'm going to say.
Did you get it spoiled by any chance?
Oh, yeah, I knew the ending already,
I was gonna say.
But it was still fine. It was still a good ending. I mean, it was still a very well-told story, and I've talked about it a million times already on this, so I won't harp on it other than to say it's great. The Mandalorian was a great piece of Star Wars.
Do you know what's great about the era we're in? So the negative is there's just too many things to watch, right?
Right.
But the great thing is you truly can avoid most spoilers. I don't know what happened in that show, you know?
Opposite, though.
I guess don't subscribe to the Patreon podcast.
Yeah, we're a little more. You're not on social
that's
media
true.
as much. It would be the argument.
No, never.
Yeah, if you're part of social media at all, especially Twitter is just a place for spoilers. It just is. And
I'm not on Twitter at all.
What's your opinion? Like, when's it okay to spoil something? Is it like
a month? If something's been out for a month, start talking about it. Then that's kind of on you. And like
that seems early.
Jeez, anymore? I don't know.
It is, but that's the problem because everything streams and everybody just marathons
so I
it.
actually think
everybody already knows it so quickly. You know.
I think as far as movies, they get released in the theater. As soon as you can stream them, maybe that's over. I don't know.
Well, I will say this is also coming from someone who does wait a long time, but I'm giving it that month. If you haven't had the time by then, and something happens online, like you can only hold in that shit for so long yourself. As
I guess a month is fair. I'm just thinking like a week. A week is too short.
Too short.
Let people figure it out. Let people get their chance to stick their teeth in it, you know?
Now, when you say spoil, do you mean like people that have a Patreon podcast? Or are we talking to ourselves? Is this self-referential? Like, are you telling me I shouldn't?
We're talking about the Dumbledore guys.
These are
Dumbledore
or these are like just the common folk walking outside of like a movie theater being like, I can't believe Luke, like Darth Vader was his father. That's essentially what Twitter and TikTok
Simpson
have become, and that's what we're complaining about.
Well, I do avoid that. I'm definitely wasting time on the internet. Like, I spend a lot of screen time, but I'm not really on social media all that much.
Well, you do miss out on those spoilers then. What have you guys
here's what my phone doesn't tell you. I'm only have so much screen time because I read so slowly. I'm always reading periodicals on my phone.
Oh, Jordan, they know that. They're reading your face and your eye movement, and they're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Even
if
you
don't...
The
first sentence again?
Even if you don't use FaceTime to unlock everything, which we all do, they're just scanning your face the whole time. It's out there. We're on the whatever it is.
Yeah, you didn't want to get all captured by 23andMe and stuff, but they have enough of you. Don't worry. I'm sure they're replicating
I guess
you.
just mostly props for you for having it spoiled and still just being like, yeah, I need to, I want to watch that.
Well, I mean, it's not much of a spoil. It's just I knew that there was a cool ending, and it was still cool, you know?
So can I pose a question what's the last big spoiler I heard of? And spoiler alert coming up. I'm going to bring it up. Can I say it?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
It's 3 years old. It might be 100 years old.
Fast forward 5 minutes if you don't want to hear this spoiler.
It is quite old by this point, but we're talking Mandalorian. If you haven't finished it, fast forward a second.
Oh, no, I'm not even talking Mandalorian. Just the last spoiler that I heard.
In general.
I didn't.
Oh, then that's totally
the biggest one I could think. What?
Supposed to say Road to Perdition?
Go on.
No, I'm just kidding.
God,
he was trying to call an old movie out, but it could be older than that.
Iron Man died. I didn't watch any of those. I gave up on them, but we all knew Iron Man died.
Oh, yeah,
that was
you're fine. I think all the movies since then heavily mentioned.
Plus, half of the subscribers to this Patreon I know love spoiler alerts, so maybe we should give more.
Well, depends on if they see them.
Okay, what have I been watching? I'll move on. Should I? Okay, the real question is, should I do The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I think you would actually like it.
Tell me this, though. Actually, spoil this for me. When you
I like how also you moved on by just bringing my subject about you. Go on.
No, that's really a what. What is it? Is it? Should I squeeze it in?
Yeah,
Should I?
that's
do
actually
it? Who
one I
knows?
would say. Go for it. You might like that.
Is it long?
Let me
How
know
many
if you watch
seasons?
that
How many
Obi-Wan
episodes?
2
Kenobi.
seasons, 10 episodes each, I think.
I'm most
Easy.
curious about Kenobi.
Well, that's also partly why I did this. I kind of want to just catch up to see if there's any connecting stories, because like I know the Boba Fett thing. It sounds like there's some crossovers with that show, so I'm gonna watch that.
If you want to get me to watch anything, you get on whatever the equivalent is of water cooler talk nowadays, and talk Megan up.
No, we just get
We'll
her
watch
into
it
it.
next weekend. Yeah, whatever you want me to watch, just let her know. Incept her, and then I'll.
I did get you guys on Naked and Afraid, but let's get off my subject because I've been talking about Mandalorian constantly on this. So what are you guys doing?
I have 2 not big movies, but one I'm regretful to say, but it just happened last weekend. One is, I don't know what it's called, but I watched that Kurt Warner movie that was based on his life.
What's that called? I don't even know.
Wait, the Sean Payton movie with.
Oh, yeah.
No, Kurt Warner.
I do remember
Oh, I'm
seeing.
sorry. I'm thinking of a home team with.
No, I know what Jordan's talking about. I did see a
don't know
preview
what
for
you're
that
talking
in
about.
some movie we saw in theaters. I had no interest in seeing that.
It's called American Underdog. It gets insanely high ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, 75 by critics, 98 by users, and it's just a real generic paint by the numbers underdog story. It's pretty much like The Rookie, only we all know who Kurt Warner is.
Yeah, that's what the preview did.
Highlight
make it
of the
seem like.
movie.
Cedar Rapids boy?
Highlight of the movie for me, Cedar Falls boy.
Cedar Falls
Went
boy.
to UNI, played for the Iowa Barnstormers. We all know the story growing up in Iowa. He's a hometown hero made good. But whatever. I liked it. That's the but I'm burying the lead. Cameron, get ready for this. Mark, get ready for this. I did watch M. Night Shyamalan's Old.
Oh
I
shit!
was curious and I broke it. I've been off M. Night Shyamalan since The Village.
Guess what?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say
This asshole just watched Old last week too, and it is terrible. What a
It's not that good.
What a bad
but you
way.
know what? It's so close.
No, what a bad way to get reintroduced to M. Night Shyamalan. And it's not like the idea is kind of fun and interesting, but
I'd say it was
hold on.
just getting introduced the way it was, right back to M. Night Shyamalan.
Hold on, no, because the writing is bad, the dialogue is bad, and the acting is bad in it. So apart from just his idea, like I'm not sure how much of that of his fault, but I do think Old was a bad movie. But since you broke the curse, I'm telling you,
No, I'm not going back. It was my fault. I shouldn't even have been admitted.
shouldn't
Shame
to
on
this,
you,
but
right? Shame
Lady
on you.
in the Water, man, I'm telling you.
Shyamalan on me.
It's
Shame on me.
It's the Stephen King effect. The ones that his stories that aren't scary are really good.
So okay, I agree with that. Except it was my fault too. Megan's not like, should we watch Old? I'm like, let's try it because I was curious. I'm like, I like the concept. But you know what I thought? It's really just a good
10-second
Twilight
scary.
Zone
Yeah,
episode. It's a Twilight Zone episode.
doesn't-
That's what I really wanted it to be. Or, hear me out, it could be in some way a really good Jordan Peele movie.
yeah, maybe.
Better
it's-
done. Anyway,
okay.
I watched it. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed, and I guess I can't say anything more.
You're a Shyamalan.
I'm ashamed of land.
Again, I'm not sure if it's the writing and the acting though. I'm not sure how much of it is fault and how much is just casting.
It may not have had a twist. I don't know that it did.
I mean, it didn't really. No.
Well,
I mean, I would say definitely would not recommend. Go back, I'll say it a million times, but check out Lady in the Water. It's his fantasy bedtime story that he wrote for his kids. It's good. That one's a good
Here's where I would have said some bullshit, but now I can't anymore. So maybe check out Lady in the Water. I don't know.
so
probably not
I've
that
been
good.
in the psychological thriller section of Netflix. So
What if we just realized Mark doesn't know what a psychological thriller is, and he's like, I saw Bruce Almighty, and
man, it really fucked me out. Really fucked
those
me
ones
out.
just make Mark think.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, guys?
What if God was one of us?
what? All right, sorry, Mike, that was me. I derailed
no,
it.
it's fine. It's fine. It's funny though because I'm actually taking a trip this weekend to Austin and doing some Airbnb things, and I've watched a couple 2 Airbnb
You don't want to do that.
like
now you're scared.
scary
Now you're
movies.
thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it's like, God damn it, why'd I do that? The Rental with Allison Brie.
I've seen
And-
thumbnails at least of that.
That one I actually like. It's
Yeah.
and also the dude from Shameless, one of the brothers,
The redhead or the
Not the redhead.
the curly hair one that was
curly haired who always smokes a lot.
yeah
Yes.
Seth. Oh, it's been so long.
Yeah, something like that.
It's been so long.
Character's name or the actor's
Seen
name?
the
That one I
show.
actually liked. They take a trip to an Airbnb. There's some twists along the way, but it's
Always
actually it's well shot, and I don't know. It's your typical kind of like horror psychological thriller, and also This one I did not like as much was The Weekend Away. It's this girl, Leighton Meester, takes a trip to Croatia with her friend. Shit disappears. There's miscommunication because of language barriers. I didn't like that one as much. There's a weird twist at the end. Sucked.
That one sounds also familiar, but it sounds like see the other one with the Alison Brie one instead if you're going to recommend.
Yeah, see the rental versus The Weekend Away, but just kind of interesting that I'm taking Airbnb this weekend and sort of preparing for that.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Not that I'm like preparing for anything, but I just saw, or maybe I'm behind on the times, but there's like a Final Destination, I don't know, 5 or 6, but I think it's a new one. I was thinking about watching that later. Just, I don't know. Those ones always get me on edge, though, anytime I'm about to take a trip or anything, and I'm just seeing a semi in front of me, get me a little tense.
Yeah. Those ones.
What's your thoughts on Alison
Those are guilty
Brie?
pleasures.
For or against her?
Wait, sorry, Jordan. Say it again.
How do you guys feel about Alison Brie? I like her.
She's fine.
Cameron, you watched Glow, right?
Yeah, well, I watched the first season and maybe a few episodes.
I watched like the first 2 episodes of that. She's a little annoying, but she's fine in the choices she makes, and I've got a kind heart and community. You know,
she plays a main role in the Rental movie. I mean, it's maybe one of her better roles that I like. I know her from
Jeremy
Mad Men
Allen White, who played Lip on.
Yeah, Lip. That's what it is.
Yeah, we would have never gotten there.
No, no.
Lip. Yeah,
I knew it was like a one-word thing.
I will not watch that. I'm gonna go to a where am I going to? Charlotte? What's in South Carolina?
Charleston? You're going to Charleston?
Oh, Charleston! I'm going to Charleston.
You've been quoting that
that
Patriot line for years, and you just dropped the ball in the biggest way. God,
I really did. Jesus, God,
it's almost like your life was leading up to that moment.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going there. So I'm not going to watch any of those recommendations until after I come back because I'll have to stay in whatever. I'm also
don't know what's on the
moving
plane. You don't know what flight option.
So it's like getting on a plane and trying to watch Castaway. It's like, no, don't watch that the night
before. I just watched
I watched Castaway like 2 weeks ago. It still holds up.
Because you said that. Nicole put it on the other night because it was just topical. I'm like, we should do that. I've watched Castaway and Forrest Gump within this week. Granted, they were kind of background watches.
Well, you know what made Megan and I watch Castaway, right? 2 weeks of Naked and Afraid.
Oh, that'll do it, yeah. So I accepted you. You
took him a
me.
long time. The only gripe I have with Castaway,
the ending is so
took
sad.
him
God.
It's a sad
there's a
song.
lady at the end.
It's a heartbreaker.
You were the love of my life.
It's a heartbreaker.
Didn't realize it was Helen Hunt until like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I did, but like I didn't remember that it was Helen Hunt.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Just for years, you thought it was Jodie Foster. Me too. It's not. I won't say it. It was just a sneaky nipple scene at the end of that movie. Oh, I said it. I told Megan, I'm like, get ready. It's not quite. It's not quite as
Spider-Man, Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst. That's like number 1, I would suppose.
As far as Rain Nipple goes, yeah, it's up there.
Oh, based off Naked and Afraid, though, he took a long time to make Fire. A very long time.
I mean,
it took like 4 days.
They have training, and he works for FedEx.
Stick on stick?
That's true.
What's he
doing?
Eventually,
he did a little of the bow action, I think,
bow action.
Which would suck. Good movie, though. Kind of holds up. The big thought I had during that movie, that you're just not going to get movies like this with mega movie stars where they're just caution in the wind. Everybody's seen it in the theater. It's gone. Those
seeing
days
in
are
theater,
gone.
no, they are making a ton of these. It's just not everybody's seeing them is the problem.
But with whatever the equivalent of Tom Hanks is now, Tom Hanks.
Well, actually,
I don't know who the everyman is, but he's in a Marvel movie.
We already talked about this on the last one, but you saw the new Top Gun. But right now, that is breaking records and giving people hope that movie theaters aren't completely dead.
Well, it turns out if you show a preview for 4 years, people are going to be like, maybe I'll look at it. That movie's supposed to come out.
I remember like 2012, obviously not, but like
I think I was still in my 20s when that movie was supposed to come
Tom Cruise
out.
was doing his own like stunt on the side of the plane. That felt like 20 years.
Oh,
ago.
that one's Mission Impossible though. That one already happened.
Oh, okay.
You're crossing that
in the time that
you're crossing that with the new one where he had to learn that helicopter stunt and operate the camera with one hand while doing an inverted flip with the helicopter with the other. That's this year. That's this one.
Do I truly know that those make the movies better?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
but
because
do I respect
CGI.
the shit up?
You can tell.
No, I know.
You can tell.
You
can tell when it's real.
So I do want to preface it like this. If I wasn't told, would I know that it was Tom Hanks doing all the sketch? Just like if you saw 1917.
Well, I don't know about Tom Hanks, but Tom Cruise might be doing his own stunts.
It wraps around you.
Yeah,
I'm not on Twitter enough, Jordan.
Yeah, you got to get on the internet, my friend.
You got to get on Twitter.
Oh, so Top Gun is Tom Cruise. Sorry, I thought it was Tom Hanks doing his own sketch. I'm like, I watched that whole fucking movie. I didn't see Tom Hanks once.
Man,
I do look forward to seeing that in theater, though.
It's worth a watch. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else I've got left to see in the theaters. I've pretty much seen everything that comes out.
so how do we do this? Do we wrap around the horn again, or do we recommend something?
We don't have to. This is just banter, baby. We're just having fun. The
Got
last
it.
thing I do want to say,
Sure.
though, I did catch that new Netflix documentary that everyone's talking about. Literally just finished it before this podcast. Our Father.
I haven't even heard about this.
Oh,
I guess
that's
until
fucked. That's so
Our
fucked.
Father. It's about that paternity doctor that without
Fertility doctor.
without
Oh,
consent,
it's giving a sperm to
yeah,
everybody?
with at least like a little under 100 people so far finding themselves as half siblings.
So fucked.
So
That would suck.
if you want
Is it cringy to watch, or is it like actually like kind of captivating?
it's captivating. As with a lot of things, when Nicole puts on a true crime thing, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm in the
Yeah.
mood for something dark. And then 13 seconds later, I'm just like leaning forward and completely drawn in. So like, it sucked me in. It was captivating.
How much?
there
semen?
are
A lot of semen. It starts literally with like a camera walking through a doctor's office and then panning to a doctor jerking off in his desk.
Oh God.
I mean, it's not real footage.
Is that a reenactment
Yeah.
or we got real footage?
Reenactment.
No, that's real. That's real.
We got some.
That's like Tom Cruise. So they does his own stunts. I show just as my sort of wrap up here. I showed my girlfriend who had never seen the Cornetto Trilogy. We're through 2 out of the 3.
Good luck finding
like
the
I
third.
Did you just tell her to
Hold on.
brace for impact?
I did it the wrong way, so I feel like she's gonna actually like.
What'd you start with?
I started with Hot Fuzz. We went
Great.
to the World's End.
Weird.
Oh, you did it
We did it
perfect.
super odd.
You did it perfect for her.
I told her, I'm like, you're gonna like the first one the best. I'm pretty
Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Don't build it up now. But it is.
I mean,
the
you could
best.
go back
not
and
trying
listen to our episodes, but you know I'm a Hot Fuzz.
No, I'm a Hot Fuzzer.
I'm Hot
honestly.
Fuzz 1, Shaun of the Dead 2, and then a distant third. Although Cameron is the way Cameron
1, 2, 3.
defends. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Maybe I'm 1, 3, 2. I don't know.
No,
I'm
you're not.
definitely a 1 and then a 2 and 3.
The way Cameron defends 3 is the way I defend the third Back to the Future. Like, it's got moments. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I get it. But but the thing is, I find like a connection actually, well, less about the substance, but the growing up part of it for World's End. At least there's something to cling on to. Whereas, what are you getting out
just
of?
so depressing.
What are you getting out of Back to the Future 3?
Probably the most amount of butt heads you'll have uttered in the Old West.
Yeah,
You butt head.
that's true.
You chicken yeller.
We don't know where it came from.
I don't know.
All right, let's wrap it up. Recommendation out of the thing you watched. Anybody? What's your favorite thing? I'm gonna say The Mandalorian. Just watch it. Oh shit! I totally skipped this, but I'll talk about it next week. I watched all of Stranger Things. I binged it.
Oh, I haven't seen any of
Let's
that. I
not
don't
get
have
into it
Netflix.
because I saw a clip on Twitter that makes me just want to watch that.
It is.
I'm so far behind.
It's as good as always. I'm gonna save it for next week, but I did watch Stranger Things.
Hey,
Watch
save
Stranger Things.
yourself, I guess, 4 hours and check out Super 8, Stranger Things before it came out, and it ends.
True. Well, this is the last season, I believe, of Stranger Things.
Mine will be The Rental out of the things I talked about.
Rental. Jordan, what's your favorite one?
Psychological.
Wow, the new Top Gun out of the 3 I said. But check out In Bruges, and the NBA Finals are going on if you're interested. Hit me up.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in to our paid premium content. Thanks for helping keep this station afloat, and we'll check you on the next one, everybody. Thank you.
See you, Krista.
Later, Amanda.
See ya.